Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about dopamine, a neurotransmitter that plays a crucial role in our daily lives. Many of us have heard the term dopamine, but do we know what it is, how it works, and why it's so important? Well, stay tuned because in this video, we're going to dive deep into everything you need to know about dopamine. What is dopamine? Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger that transmits signals in the brain. It's often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter because it's associated with pleasure, reward, and motivation. Dopamine is produced in several areas of the brain, including the ventral tegmental area, substantia nigra, and hypothalamus. How does dopamine work? Dopamine works by binding to dopamine receptors, which are located on the surface of neurons in the brain. When dopamine binds to these receptors, it triggers a series of chemical reactions that result in the transmission of signals between neurons. Dopamine is involved in a variety of functions, including motor control, learning, and decision-making. The role of dopamine in addiction. Dopamine plays a key role in addiction. When we engage in pleasurable activities such as eating, sex, or using drugs, dopamine is released in the brain. This release of dopamine creates a pleasurable sensation, which reinforces the behavior and motivates us to engage in it again. Over time, our brains may become desensitized to the effects of dopamine, and we may require more of the pleasurable activity to achieve the same level of satisfaction. This can lead to addiction. Dopamine and mental health. Dopamine also plays a role in mental health. Low levels of dopamine have been associated with depression, while high levels of dopamine have been linked to schizophrenia. Medications used to treat mental health conditions, such as antidepressants and antipsychotics, work by altering dopamine levels in the brain. How to increase dopamine naturally? There are several ways to increase dopamine levels naturally. Engaging in pleasurable activities such as exercise, listening to music, or spending time with loved ones can increase dopamine levels in the brain. Eating foods that are high in tyrosine, an amino acid that is a precursor to dopamine, can also help boost dopamine levels. Some examples of tyrosine-rich foods include eggs, meat, and dairy products. In conclusion, dopamine is a neurotransmitter that plays a critical role in our daily lives. It's involved in pleasure, reward, motivation, and addiction, as well as mental health. While dopamine is often associated with drugs and addiction, it's important to remember that we can also increase dopamine levels naturally through pleasurable activities and a healthy diet. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.